So I'm going to be making a 38mm casting stand here. I've got my cut list. I've got 4 pieces of dowel that are 1/2 inch diameter, 8 inches long, and 3 pieces of wood. This here will be the top piece. This will be the bottom piece, and this here will be the end cap. So I went ahead and marked up my top piece. This here will be the center hole for the 1/2 inch pieces of dowels, and these pieces here will be the center holes for the casting tubes. So this will be a tray for six casting tubes, probably 3 or 4 grains apiece. I haven't yet decided. In any event, what's important here is that when we drill the holes, I'm going to drill some lining holes. I'm going to go ahead and drill the 1/2 inch hole here, up here, and then I'm going to place that up on this board, drill it, place my dowels in to hold its center, and then I'll go ahead and drill pilot holes for my casting tubes, so that it all lines up nice and neat. So I'll be back in a minute with after I've drilled some holes. So I lined my 2 pieces of wood and had my witness marks on them, so I can come back to that same point if I need to. And I've drilled 1/8 inch holes in every place where there will be a hole. And I drilled all the way through into the bottom piece of wood so that I can tell where, so I can make sure that the holes line up. So the next step is I've got a hole saw that I put together where I'm going to be drilling out the 38mm holes. So I'm going to go ahead and do the top piece right now. So in this little clip I wanted to show you my my hole saw that I'm going to be using. Basically I've got the centering holes already there. So you can see there's the 4 of them, or sorry, the 6 of them, and then the dowel pin, or the holes for the dowels to hold it apart. I got this tool at Harbor Freight, so it's probably 15 or 20 bucks. I'm not going to use it that much, so it's great for cutting circles. I cut this with that tool. And I use this for setting up the jig for the 54. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these holes, and I'll be back with the next video showing you what that looks like afterwards. So I'm halfway there. I've got both of these drilled out, at least the top half drilled out. And to make sure that I have a clean exit, what I do is I flip it over and I'll be drilling the holes out, drilling the plugs out from the other side. So I have all the holes drilled for both. Here's the bottom plate, as you can see, and this 3/4 inch Baltic birch. Use it for making building my airplane and my telescopes. And this is I think 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch and 3/4. So what happens now is I'm going to go ahead and dry fit everything together and make sure that the tube alignment is good. And I'll show you what after I get everything set up for the dry fit. And Alright, so I've got it dry fit together. I put my casting tubes in there. So basically this is going to be each casting tube is going to be 4 grains. Got a little 1/2 inch proud on the top, so I cut them 8.5 inches for slop and cut and everything else, anything that might go wrong, and I need a little bit extra so I don't waste a grain. And so it looks like it all functions fairly well. I'm going to go ahead and glue on the base, and I'll be back in a few minutes to show you what the finished product looks like. Last video of the night is this was the casting stand that I just made and already put it to use tonight. I made 24 grains of JD blue or neon blue, and this is the stand we used to cast it. Nice. And I've got to adjust my formula a little bit. I ended up having enough for 2 grains, 258 grain, sorry, 54 grain, 54 millimeter grains. So I'll have a couple of extra of those for later. Anyway, hope you guys find it useful.